Yo, what's up everybody? Sketch here for some COD Stories. This is a new thing coming to Red Light Broadcasting Recon channel, so check it out. Some pretty hilarious crack up shit going on around here, and I want you guys to listen. The gameplay, however, isn't too good considering my girlfriend did all the gameplays and shit, and she sucks at COD. And yes, so no tips and tricks here, guys. You get to hear some personal and intimate thoughts from me. So unfortunately, I lost half of the people that just clicked on this video, but for the other half, here goes a story from my personal experience. This one is like the first party that I ever went to. I want to say it was actually in Hollywood. I went to my first party, like high school party in Hollywood. My friend was very well off, along with me and a couple other kids. Like, we were well off kids, so we had this little douchey parties once in a while, and he had his, and then my friend, his name is Skylar, he had like the the most kick-ass party. It was like a senior graduation type party or whatever, and he had it like a yacht along the coast of the Pacific, in Hollywood, California. And he rented out his dad. He not rented it, but he borrowed his dad's yacht, and we had a party and stuff. And I can tell this shit was going to get wild because, see, my friend Skylar, even though he likes parties, he's like the type of guy that like, oh, don't do this, oh, don't do that. He's like very anal retentive when it comes to stuff like that, and he's worried about sex, drugs, and all that stuff. But anyway, the party was bumping. It was loud music and all that stuff. It was a decent, normal team party, and then things got a little too out of control when people that weren't teenagers or weren't college students, they were like grown-ass people, like in their 30s, going to this party and shit. And it was hilarious. Like, I was introduced to a whole nother world that only exists in TV and shit. Like, okay, me and a couple of guys, we were playing, I think we're playing Call of Duties or something in the room or something, in one of the rooms in the yacht, because that's what we do. That's what the cool kids do. We, instead of actually going out and socializing in the party, we stay in the back and play Call of Duty in a room. But no, the party was kind of getting to that point where it's like, okay, I've done everything that I was going to do. Everything is low key now, so I'm just gonna hang out with a couple friends up back. So we were just playing some games, and then all of a sudden, a group of people that looked like grown up, real grown ups, in the 30s, late 20s, came barging in and stuff like that. My friend was having a nervous fit. He was about to jizz himself immediately, premature ejaculation style. And then I was like, just calm down, it's going to be alright and stuff like that. Nothing's too bad going to happen. And then while we're playing Call of Duty in the room, this random chick walks in, high off of I don't know what. And then she came in here, she dropped her drawers, and she started fingering herself. Yep, guys, she started fingering herself. Now, it drew my attention for a few seconds, for a few minutes, and I was like, yeah, get it, girl, get it, whatever. And then after 10 minutes it started getting boring. She ain't doing nothing new. She's just messing around with herself and stuff, and it just got kind of sloppy at first. And then she started licking her fingers, which was disgusting. Don't do that, that's nasty. So we continued back to our games like the nerds we are. And then all of a sudden we left because felt like there was nothing to do. And I walked out, this Charlie Sheen looking motherfucker was up here doing lines of coke all on one of the tables in the yacht, and I was like, what the fuck? Coke? Who does coke anymore? What is this? And then if you want to do drugs, you get high the normal way, smoking marijuana. Not telling you to smoke marijuana, kids, don't do it. It's a bad idea. Don't do it unless you already have, which then kudos to you, or whatever the fuck you want to do. It's your life. But I seen this guy, he just did straight up a line of coke. And then it wasn't a modest line of coke. It was the most ridiculous line of coke that you could ever see. It was like Scarface, ridiculously pile of coke snorting. And then he snorts it up, smacks himself on the face, and then get back up there And then he like got up and like, oh hey, want to see my dick? I was like, okay, this party's getting out of control. But the party didn't get too out of control, just sex and drugs, you know, the normal high school party in Hollywood. And then somebody took a shit on the floor. Like, I'm not talking about like, oh, 2 minutes later you see a shit on the floor, you don't know who did it. No, we literally saw some chick take a dump on the floor. And like it took a minute. Like, nobody stopped her. She was just sitting there, and you know that poo face that the little kids be having when they're about to drop trow and take a shit. That was the face that she was doing, and she was damn near shitting in the middle of the floor, and that was disgusting. I was exposed to so much shit. Like, there's nothing new that people can show me.